So, no, I wouldn't say I have a passion for HR.
Welcome back to Human Resources for the People. It's a human capital revolution. Today we're going to be talking about something a little different, a little interesting. I wanted to get right into it. So, the Brazilian Supreme Court concluded a ruling involving the Convention 158 of the International Labor Organization. And so, let me first get into what that is, right? So, first, the International Labor Organization is a subset of the United Nations, and it defines labor laws. And you'll see me frequently in the comments if people want to know more about a specific labor law in a different country. I'll reference the International Labor Organization's laws because they keep a kind of a tally on all the laws throughout the world, and they understand what's going on. In addition, kind of in conjunction with the United Nations, they also pass quote unquote laws or conventions. And back in the 80s, the International Labor Organization had passed a convention called the that specifically dealt with the termination of employment. And so that's what I want to talk about today and discuss. So this law, which is linked down below, so you can check it out, says the employment of a worker shall not be terminated unless there is a valid reason for such termination connected with the capacity or conduct of the worker. And so the International Labor Organization has no real power. It's just like the United Nations in many respects. It has no real power. It is responsible, and frankly, quite often, it serves as an outlet for labor unions. You'll see them working in conjunction with labor unions. It's not just a innocent organization that just has to do with employees or something like that. It's very, again, the organizer, the people who run the ILO are very often union organizers all across the world. For example, the previous leader was the lead at the International Department of the Trades Union Congress in London. He was the General Secretary of the International Confederation of Free Trade Unions. He frequently ran trade union organizations. The current one seems to be more of a political hack and less of a unionist. He was the prime minister of Togo and had some farm aid type stuff. So I mean, he's very much a political actor. But if you look in the background, you see this frequently, and it looks like the ILO, very very often again is more about politics than labor. But regardless. So the ILO votes on these things. They voted in the 80s in favor of this. And why we're talking today is the Brazil government in 1996, they pushed back. They withdrew from the convention, the ILO convention, in 1996 as a result of the president of the Republic of Brazil and determined that the rule, which again, this rule is to sort of reiterate that you cannot terminate someone without these specific situations, without these specific rules. Very interesting, very unique. And again, on November 20th, 1997, they decided, okay, it won't be enforced. And so it was questioned whether or not it was legal, and that's where we're here today. It's questioned whether or not the president's decision to unilaterally withdraw from international treaties was appropriate and legal. And the justices from the Brazilian Supreme Court said, well, yeah, the withdrawal from the international treaty is legal, and the withdrawal was grounded, and none of the dismissals, and this is key here, none of the dismissals without just cause that have been occurred since November 20, 1997, when Brazil pulled out of the International Labor Organization's convention, shall be subject to revision. So in Brazil, they won't go back and review some of these dismissals that happened without just cause. This is a broader discussion. The International Labor Organization is a great resource for people to understand more about the world around them, about the labor laws around them, and everything that comes with it. However, it seems to overstep its bounds. I mean, these discussions, surrounding just cause and whether or not you can terminate them is a huge overstep by a international organization with no real regulatory power. Um, it's really interesting to me, but I want to know what y'all think. Leave a comment down below, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.